78th patriarch in a line going back to the Buddha. He attained enlightenment at the age of 22 and started teaching in the West in 1972. And now has Zen centers all over the world. The format for our talk is, first there will be an introductory talk by Senior Dharma teacher David Lederer. David Lederer has been practicing with Zen Master Seung Sahn in our school for about 15 years and has practiced extensively in America and in Asia. And he will be talking tonight on Mahayana Buddhism. And after that, Zen Master Seung Sahn will answer questions. So we always say, when you hear the speech of the Zen Master, keep your mind clear. Do not be attached to his words. Cut off all thinking and perceive the true meaning of his speech. So Zen Master uses words, but Zen Master doesn't use words. So we have to find out what he's really saying. So thank you all very much.
Good evening, everybody. So I'll be going over Mahayana Buddhism, and I'm not a scholar or haven't done any scholastic training in Mahayana Buddhism, but I'll try to give you my best version of what Sun Snim wrote down here in the Compass of Zen. So I'll give you some idea about Mahayana Buddhism. And then Sun Snim will take your idea away afterwards. So Mahayana Buddhism is usually contrasted with Hinayana Buddhism. Mahayana means great vehicle. So like Mriangsi mentioned on the first night, it's sometimes likened to a bus or a boat, a whole mass of people practicing together, going in the same direction rather than a single motorcycle or a canoe going across. And not only that, it has a kind of a larger scope in general, because Mahayana doesn't just talk about the human condition as so much as the general way things are, the general truth of the world. So it goes beyond just human emotions and goes into all of the realms of existence. Also impermanence, in the sense of in what we learned last night about things appearing and disappearing, in the Mahayana, people saw this appearing and disappearing and started to describe that as emptiness. That if something was just flickering almost, like a light coming on and off and on and off, then its fundamental substance must be empty. So Mahayana is commonly described as beginning with emptiness. And then in the Zen circle, that's at 180 degrees. Then Mahayana Buddhism travels down to truth on the Zen circle, which is at 360 degrees. And we'll go over the Zen circle in a later talk. And so there are two parts. It's not just emptiness, but another major part of Mahayana is compassion. So we have wisdom realizing emptiness. At the same time, we have many, many skillful means manifesting compassion for all sentient beings. And the Bodhisattva ideal is very, very strong in the Mahayana tradition. So we'll start on page 9, where it says Mahayana Buddhism, and then there are 6 insights. Then we'll go through a few different sutras which bring out some of those insights. We'll talk about the theory of mind and karma, and then we'll finish by going through the 6 paramitas, or perfections. The first insight, number 1, is insight into the existence and non-existence of the dharmas. So things seem to appear and disappear. They exist, and then they later don't exist. 100, as Sun Snim said either last night or the night before, 100 years before we didn't exist, now we exist, and 100 years later we won't exist. All of our bodies will be gone. So Mahayana again looks at everything this way, not just human beings. So that's basically pointing at emptiness. Then insight number 2, insight into the fact that there are no external tangible characteristics and that all is emptiness. So all things are conditioned and so empty. So it's important not to think of emptiness as if it's just a void or a lack or some kind of a vacuum. My understanding of what emptiness is, at least theoretically or conceptually here, is that things are all built of other things, come into existence based on and dependent upon all of those other things. So when we say empty here, we're talking about empty of self-nature. So I eat every day, I breathe every day, I need to sleep and do many other activities. All of those activities, including actually my parents beginning my whole life, all of those activities come together to form me, but I'm very dependent upon all of those conditions coming together. So in some sense there is no self-existent I, whether we're speaking about our body or our emotions or anything else. So insight number 3, insight into existence, emptiness, and the middle way. So on one hand, this particular insight is pointing out that we're not clinging to this emptiness, and also we're not necessarily rejecting name and form. There's a famous koan that we'll hear about later, dropping ashes on the Buddha, about someone who's perhaps clinging to emptiness. So if you don't cling to emptiness, and you don't push away name and form, this kind of relative truth, or relative world, then we can follow the middle way. In this middle way, everything is complete as it is. So the 4th insight, insight into the true aspect of all phenomena. If we attain the middle way, then we can attain the true aspect of everything, all phenomena. Then we can hear, we can see, we can smell, we can use all of our senses, and then we can actually clearly see everything as it is, rather than our idea of everything as it might be. Then the 5th insight is insight into the mutual interpenetration of all things. And this is part of the kind of this broad view, or this wide scope of Mahayana. So everything interpenetrates everything else. So that when we're practicing, in some sense, everybody is practicing. And not just other human beings, but all beings are benefited by our practice, by how we keep our mind just now, just here. And with that also comes a kind of a lack of hindrance, that things, since everything interpenetrates everything else, that is, everything is connected to everything else, it's almost like there's a giant net or a giant connection between everything. So something that affects one part affects all parts, and something that affects the other parts affects us as well. The 6th insight is the insight that sees that phenomena themselves are the absolute. This particular insight is something that, when I read about it first, convinced me that Zen practice was something I wanted to investigate. Because for me personally, this insight points to the fact that our liberation can be here and now, and it doesn't have to be concerned with other places or going away from just this world right here, with water and tables and flowers and human beings. So one Zen master said once, this very body is the body of Buddha. And Seung Sahn often enjoys pointing out to us that here and now is where it's at. Okay, so those are the 6 insights. And if you get a question while we're going through this, then keep that question in your mind later when Seung Sahn answering questions, and ask him about it. Because these sutras are all written down, and there's a lot of very clear explanations, but part of the explanation says that the actual way to attain this is through practicing. And we have a Zen master here who's practiced for 50 years, 40 or 50 years. So he can help us see clearly for our own practice. So the first sutra is the Mahaprajna Paramita, or the Heart Sutra. It's heart because it's the essence of the teaching. There are many, many very long sutras on this topic of emptiness, and this is the essence of it. One of Sun Sunim's friends, Mahagosananda, who's a famous Cambodian teacher, called this once the Nose Sutra. He said he loves it because it has all of these no's in it. If you've ever recited it, you say, no eyes, no ears, no, 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 no. So, it starts out by saying the perception that all 5 skandhas are empty saves all creatures from suffering. So the skandhas were gone over last night. Skandhas are, if I can remember, form, feeling, perceptions, impulses, and consciousness. The first one is what we think of as physical, whether it's our body or the table. And the others are all the ways in which that form takes shape in our mind. And if you perceive that all those are empty, then that saves yourself, but also all creatures from suffering. So again, we're connecting with all creatures. Sun Sunim gave the image of a teacup once. So this teacup is holding tea in it. Just like these skandhas, or our idea of all these skandhas, are holding attachment in them. So if this teacup is broken somehow, the tea has no place to stay. It just dribbles all away. It's gone. Just like that, if we perceive that all 5 skandhas are empty, it's like breaking this teacup of our concept, and our attachments, or suffering in this case, can't help but go away. It has no place to get stuck. Next, it says, form does not differ from emptiness. Emptiness does not differ from form. So this is commonly called 90 degrees on the Zen circle, which we'll learn about later. And this is the world of non-opposites. So form isn't different than emptiness. Emptiness is not different than form. Form itself is emptiness. Emptiness itself is form. And then it goes through describing this no opposites world. No appearing, no disappearing. No taint, no purity. No increase, no decrease. All dharmas are marked with emptiness. And there are many no's here. And if all dharmas are marked with emptiness, then there's also no cognition and no attainment. And then we reach complete stillness. If there is no cognition, no attainment, then we reach nirvana, complete stillness, nothing at all. Sun Sunim says, at this point, you cannot open your mouth. If you open your mouth, then his stick comes into play. And these no's actually, we'll see these no's later, where it's also saying no eyes, no ears, no nose, all of these refutations. And then after nirvana appears, then if we keep this mind, complete stillness, nirvana, then unexcelled perfect enlightenment, anuttara samyak sambodhi. Everything is truth, everything is perfectly complete. And there's a line at the end of the sutra, which isn't included here, a mantra, gate gate paragate parasamgate bodhisvaha. And Sun Sunim compares that to, we go through this freedom from the skandhas, then complete stillness and emptiness, then perceive this world is truth. Then next, what's our job? How does it function? Gate gate paragate parasamgate bodhisvaha is that functioning. So again, this is a very condensed sutra. The next page, Diamond Sutra. Diamond Sutra is interesting. The Diamond Sutra is not long, and I would recommend anybody who wants to read one Buddha Sutra, that one, very, very clear teaching in it and not very long, not too long. It's actually called the Diamond Cutter Sutra. The diamond is the hardest thing there is in the ancient world. There is nothing harder than a diamond. Diamond cuts everything. But then maybe there's one thing that cuts even a diamond. What's that? It's this teaching. It's cutting the diamond of our concepts and our ideas. It's cutting through that. Seung Sahn often says, cutting through thinking mind. And it's also interesting because one day Seung Sahn was first, before he started practicing, when he was had just finished college and a lot of political activity and was searching for some kind of truth that would help his country and his people. At some point he read the Diamond Sutra. Somebody gave it to him and he read it. And at one point he perceived the truth of the Dharma and decided to investigate it more thoroughly. And in fact that's right in here. All things that have tangible characteristics are delusion. If you see that all aspects are not tangible aspects, then you will see your true self. You should not abide, and that line right there is the line that really hit his mind when he was very young in Korea. You should not abide in an object and give rise to thoughts. If you see physical matter as the soul, if you search out the soul with your voice, you are practicing the wrong path, and you cannot see your true self. All compounded things are like a dream, a phantom, a bubble, or a reflection. They are like dew or lightning. Thus should you view them. So appearance is not the ultimate reality. And if we're seeing name and form as real, then we're deluded. Then we get, in the course of this delusion, we can get something to attach to, and we get suffering. So they're saying that all things are like a dream, a phantom, a bubble, or a reflection. So a dream is something that's not really happening. It seems to be happening, but then we wake up, and it's not really happening. A phantom is like a ghost, or again, something that's a hallucination, something that's not actually there, but we imagine it to be there. Our thinking and our concepts, our emotions, everything combines, or maybe just the play of light on the water or something combines to create that. Or a bubble or reflection. Again, they're kind of things that are not really there. There's a famous analogy in the Western philosophy of people who are looking at shadows on the wall of a cave, and then eventually, when they perceive the truth, they turn around and they look at the actual thing itself. In this sutra also, it's not quoted here, but in the Diamond Sutra also, it says that we should all do bodhisattva action. We should all endeavor to save all beings. But at the same time as we're endeavoring to save all beings, the Buddha says in the sutra that if we're keeping an idea of saving all beings, that we are saving all beings, I'm here and they're over there and I'm doing this, that is an incorrect view. So we're encouraged to combine emptiness and compassionate action together. That's the Diamond Sutra. Next is Mahaparinirvana Sutra. I think that's the title in English would be the Sutra of Great Liberation, maybe something like that. It says all formations are impermanent. This is the law of appearing and disappearing. When both appearing and disappearing disappear, this stillness is bliss. So Bridget talked a lot about impermanence yesterday. So all formations are impermanent. This is the law of appearing and disappearing. So this is just the way things are in the phenomenal world. Things appear and they disappear. But then, if our center is strong, our mind is clear, sometime appearing and disappearing disappear. That stillness is bliss, liberation. So, in keeping a strong center or clear mind, we're learning not to be conditioned or controlled by all of these things that appear and then disappear. This whole phantom or play of a bubble or a dream. Next is the Lotus Sutra. The Lotus Sutra says all phenomena, from their very origin, always have the aspect of stillness and extinction. So again, that's talking about emptiness. When the disciple, and it's also talking about all phenomena, not just people. When the disciple of the Buddha walks this path, he will become a Buddha in future lives. And the Chinese text that Sun Snim wrote below actually doesn't say he, so it's not gender specific. She will become a Buddha too. So this is an interesting part of Mahayana also, that we will become Buddhas. In my understanding of Hinayana practice, the highest one can aspire to, that we're taught in Hinayana practice, is arhatship, or being a perfected being who's no longer doing any negative action at all. But in the Mahayana, we're to practice and become Buddhas, become completely enlightened. In fact, one teacher I met once overseas told me that if somehow we lose the confidence, the self-confidence, and the vow, the direction, to attain complete Buddhahood, then we've lost our Mahayana vow. We've lost our direction to save all beings. Only Buddha can save all beings, so we need to all become Buddha. So this was a big revolution, perhaps, for some people. Then we become Buddha, then what? The nature of the Dharmas is perfect. It does not have two different aspects. All the various Dharmas are unmoving and fundamentally still. I should explain the word Dharma. Sometimes Dharma means truth. Like I might call the Dharma teacher in our school. We have Dharma teachers sitting in the front row here. And that's Buddha's teaching, like Buddha taught the Dharma. But also the Sanskrit word Dharma means things, the things. So here, the nature of the things, which can mean like any phenomenon, is perfect. It does not have two different aspects. All the various dharmas, and again this is things, everything, are unmoving and fundamentally still. Then the next part, they are without name and form, cut off from all things. This is understood by enlightened wisdom and not by any other sphere. So Bodhi Bookstore, my wife and I went to Bodhi Bookstore today. There are an enormous number of books in there about practicing, any kind of practice you could imagine. But this sutra says that this is understood by enlightened wisdom, not by any other sphere. So all those books are probably very helpful at different times, just like this book is very helpful for us. But the Lotus Sutra is telling us basically to practice. The one is in the many are within the one. The one is many, the many are one. As Sun Snim says sometimes, everything already becomes one. Then numberless kalpas are the same as one instant of thought. And here a kalpa is a very, very long period of time, basically. You could imagine 100,000 years, probably, or more. So numberless kalpas are the same as one instant of thought. One instant of thought is the same as numberless kalpas. Just now. The next is the Hua Yen, or Avatamsaka Sutra. And that means Flower Adornment Sutra. If you wish to thoroughly understand all the Buddhas of past, present, and future, then you should view the nature of the whole universe as being created by the mind alone. That's pretty clear, very simple. Our mind creates everything. And one very easy way to understand that everyone has experience of, is sometimes when we just get up in the morning, or something happens in our day and we become very, very sad, then we have this experience of going through our day and everything is sad to us. When we see the flowers, we don't think, oh, these flowers are beautiful. We think, oh, these flowers are going to die. Or we see something, some happy child, and we think, oh, they'll never collect any Social Security. So then we've created something with our mind, because this emotion is controlling our mind, so we're projecting this emotion out, and we're living in this sad world. Or sometimes we're very happy, we're going to meet our friend or our parents or our lovers or something after a long time. And then we're dancing around and we're really happy, and the whole world is beautiful at that moment. So again, the whole world is created by the mind alone. So, and these sutras, just to finish, because I've just gone through all of the sutras pretty fast.
You understand, but don't understand.
Too quick?
Zen students don't understand, but now practicing people don't understand too quickly.
Too quickly?
Eat this beans food. Bean, yellow bean, eat. Quickly eat or come
Oh,
soybean.
Okay.
Cannot digest.
Then what is it? Go back?
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, you ask everybody.
Is that too fast? Any reaction at all?
Maybe you can make up for it on the next part.
Okay, I'll go slowly on the next part. So these sutras, some of them are very long, and what Sun Sahn has done here in the Compass of Zen is to distill them down to one small essential part that has what he calls the bone of the sutra in it. And they're all different takes on emptiness and compassion and how to perceive the truth of the world. Okay, so next. Next page is the theory of mind only and theory of karma. So, has everyone heard of the word karma? Nobody's unfamiliar with that. Good. Daisen Snim's students in Korea do a retreat each winter at a temple, and the Joshil Sunim, the teacher of that temple, is an old friend of Daisen Snim's, Byogam Sunim, and he made a calligraphy for them one time for their retreat, and the calligraphy said, "You make, you get." Very short and sweet. Another way of looking at it is the golden rule in Christianity is do unto others as you would have them do unto you. So in Buddhism, we say the golden rule is already in effect. So it's already going. So this is kind of a lot. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Our eyes, you can kind of read down for one. So we've got eyes, eye consciousness, and then color. And we can do the same for ears, ear consciousness and sound, nose, nose consciousness and smell, tongue, tongue consciousness and taste, body, body consciousness and touch, mind, mind consciousness, and the object of mind. So the 6 sense organs, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, and mind, are the 6 roots. So they're kind of like the roots of a tree. That's the basic equipment of a human being. And in Buddhism, our cognitive ability, our mind, is considered a sense organ. Then these eyes use eye consciousness, and what they use it to perceive is color. Any kind of color or shape, anything like that. And similarly, all the other organs have the physical organ on the top, like ears, and then in the middle they have the consciousness, like ear consciousness, and what its function is, what it uses, what it perceives outside sound. So back in the Heart Sutra at one point says there are no eyes, no ears, no nose, no tongue, no body, no mind. And it also says no ear, eye consciousness, etc., and no color, etc. So this is a basic explanation the Heart Sutra points out is fundamentally empty. So the
explanation is
yes.
eyes, ears, 6 roots, 6 consciousness, how different, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, mind.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Eyes consciousness, ear consciousness, how different? I don't understand.
Okay.
What is that? Eyes consciousness, how different?
I ask you.
So I ask you.
Okay, I'll try to explain.
Yes.
Okay? So our eye is like the physical eye, obviously. We have 2 eyes. But then it's just a physical thing. When our body is dead, after we've passed away, then this physical thing doesn't work anymore. Even though it might have been working a second earlier, there's no eye consciousness that's going through that eye. To me, it almost seems like the eye is almost like itself is a lens that the eye consciousness goes through. And in some sense, you could think of it going out and perceiving this world, perceiving the glass. So eye consciousness can perceive shape and color, and the ear consciousness, via the physical ear, can hear sounds. Then the nose consciousness, through our physical nose, can actually smell things.
Still don't understand.
Don't understand? Maybe now you could explain?
This is very important. Now they have baby. Baby have 1 year old. 1 year old have eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, mind. So can see, can hear, but still don't understand what kind of color, what kind of sound. Don't understand. Have eyes, can hear, can smell, but don't understand exactly what kind of color, what kind of sound. Don't understand. That means eyes consciousness not grow up, still not grow up. Complete eyes consciousness grow up. That red color, white color, separate. Okay. That means 2 years old, 3 years old, then it separate appear. Before can see, can hear, but cannot separate. That means consciousness, eyes have eyes, but can see, can hear everything. But what kind of color, what kind of this, cannot separate. Okay?
Yeah.
So that's the 2 years old, 3 years old, the eyes appear. Eyes consciousness appear. Or ear consciousness appear. What kind of sound? Only 2 years or 3 years old can see, can hear sound. Okay, can hear. What happened? But what kind of sound don't understand still. So then grow up. 1 year, 2 years or 3 years old, then what kind of color, what kind of sound? Mother call me, father call me, what friend call me, then understand, somebody call me. Who is calling me? But 1 year old don't understand.
Right.
So that's not consciousness not grow up. Have eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, mind, but consciousness not grow up, still not grow up. 3 years old, then all consciousness grow up. Then complete separate.
You mean eyes consciousness separate from
Yes. No.
ears consciousness?
Eyes consciousness grow up. 1 year old eyes consciousness not grow up, so cannot separate.
Separate different sounds.
Different sounds,
Or
different
different
colors.
colors.
Don't understand.
I
Okay?
understand. Is that clear?
Yeah.
Clear, everybody?
Yeah.
One idea that came to me when Seung Sahn was saying that was you could think of the eyes as being like, or any of these sense organs as being like a computer. They're all different versions of a computer. But that's only the hardware. So the baby gets born with all of the things it needs. But the software has to develop. That's the actual program that runs on the computer. So the consciousness actually organizes,
Correct.
learns to organize everything better and better.
So six consciousness grow up, then 6 does to understand. Color, sound, smell, everything very clear. Clear. This sound. What kind of sound don't understand? Still 1 year old, 2 years old, don't understand. Hear something, but don't understand. What kind of sound don't understand? So the consciousness grow up, then 6 consciousness grow up, then 6 does to understand. Complete understand. So that's, then after 3 years old, 4 years old, then understand. What kind of sound? Somebody call me. Who will call me? Soon, ping, understand.
Very quickly.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's 1 through 6. The next, number 7. 7th consciousness. Thinking mind, which is discriminating consciousness. I think this is about 2 years old. You said,
2
before?
years old, 3 years old, then that 7 consciousness appear.
And this is able to discriminate and make more clear distinctions between things, but there still isn't a strong memory when the child is still young. So he's able to pick and choose, but then the experience or whatever it is goes right on by. And this mind, Seung Sahn before, is described as an emotional mind. So it's, I think, starting to make good and bad. Correct?
Yeah.
7th consciousness makes good and bad?
Good and bad.
So it starts to organize things not only into, this is my mom's voice and this is my father's voice, but I like my mother's voice and I don't like my father's voice because when I, he's the one who disciplines me, maybe. Then when a child is 3 years old, it starts to develop what's called the alaya, or storehouse consciousness. And that's when memory starts to actually accumulate. And the child, or we, start to remember things and start to organize. Just like all of these things have kind of organized themselves from the I consciousness onward, all of these memories organize themselves into a whole collection of events. And all of those things, both what we've judged to be good and bad, and all of these other things get combined to form a personality, or a sense of self. And personality, the meaning of the actual word personality, or person, means mask, from the Greek language. So even in the word, in our own language, it's actually showing that it's just some kind of a mask. There might be something behind the mask. Then, the next, to the right, are the 4 births. One is from the womb, which we all understand. One is from eggs, like a chicken. One is from moisture, or one is from transformation. And I don't really understand moisture or transformation birth. So I won't talk about them.
Before we talk this, everybody have this dream. Dream. What does mean dream? Why dream is appear? That's understand very important. Human is born, then first appears the eye, ears, tongue, body, mind. Okay, mind appears. 6 roots appear. Then slow, 6 consciousness appear. Then 6 consciousness appear. Then 6 dust. Understand color, sound, smell. We better understand that's the infinite consciousness. But then 2 years old, that like dislike mind appear. I like this. Somebody take this food, then cry, baby cry. So 1 year old, 2 years old cry. That is like dislike mind. Very simple like dislike mind. Then next appears is memory. When this memory appears, how old your memory appears? Your memory.
When did you first
young
memory
time, young time memory.
3
years old? How years old?
4 or 5 probably.
4 or 5. So 3, 4, 5 years old, then little bit memory appear, memory consciousness. That's a consciousness. Then when you sleep, this memory means that it's like our computer. Everybody use computer, into the computer. So when you grow up, then everything, see, hear, smell, thinking, everything into your computer. The computer is a consciousness. Everything into over there. So 3 means 6 roots, 6 consciousness, 6 dust to sleep. Now working. But the 7 consciousness, 8 consciousness, that's the working, okay. That's moving. That names we say dream. We say dream. So, if somebody still don't understand, so I asked, long time ago, in Japan, famous man, he's a blind man, very good consciousness. Only blind, very good consciousness. So we meet this in Japan, Kyoto. I want to go this Osaka, but I don't understand, and I stay only there, Tokyo. Tokyo all understand, but I don't understand Kyoto, I don't understand Osaka. How from Kyoto to Osaka don't understand. That time, this Mr. Lee, Lee Myung-soo, blind man, very smart man, he appeared from me. Oh, Mr. Lee, I have problem. What's the problem? I want to go Osaka, but don't understand road. Then he said, no problem, you follow me. So, head eyes man, follow blind man. Interesting. So, I can follow you. Then he take me big road. Then all sound up here. This ear, very sensitive. Then on a hand, the taxi coming here. The Japan taxi automatic door appear, driver control door appear. Then he said, Seung Sahn first, okay? I said, then next here, then automatic door, boom, down. Then we go to Osaka. First we go to Osaka station. Then driver don't understand. She just blind, not blind. Take this grass, dark grass. So driver don't understand. Then the driver said, oh, yes sir. Then drive. Almost 1 hour drive. Then Osaka station. Almost Osaka station. There are almost Osaka station. Then you say, she said, Ikumaku. Ikumaku means from Osaka station and the little 15 minutes take. Then they have many train, bus, city. She all hear sound, didn't understand. Then if you Ikumaku over there, then have a bus station. Then pass by the same, turn right. They drive to turn right. If you go to a 3 block, then turn left. Turn left. Go over there, have this dry cleaning store, then turn right. Then go there, have restaurant, small restaurant. Pass small restaurant, 2 house, stop front of this house. Then drive, okay, drive there. Then temperature. That's amazing, you know. But I, bridesmaid, all control driver, you know. She all memory, very clever memory. So all talking driver, only drive, only listen to him, only go drive that, just the temple, Osaka temple. So that's wonderful, you know. The open eye, you make a man follow this bridesmaid, you know. So this much, you know, Lee Myung-soo goes a bridesmaid, everything understand. So I asked him, do you have a dream? Of course, I have a dream. I am a human being. Then in the dream, you can see color, something color, you know, red color, yellow color. You can see, I cannot see anything in the dream. Then what do you do? I touch, eat, talking, decide it. Okay. That's very clear. That's very clear. So this eye consciousness is not working. So memory consciousness only see clear color, have no memory, so have no dream. Only eat, smell, touch, talking, this type of dream. Okay. So this is very important. Your consciousness, a consciousness, all memory consciousness. If you no eyes, have no color dream. If you cannot that, cannot hear, sound dream, no appeal, not appeal. Okay. If your nose not working, no smell dream, have no dream, smell dream. That's very clear. So this a consciousness means some experience. Your experience into your consciousness. It's like our computer. You the computer working. That computer all have memory. Okay. You now working computer now work. Okay. So eyes into the consciousness. The eyes all color appear. Your ear all working into your computer. Ear consciousness appear. Ears working all appear. The same. Our computer. Outside the computer, inside our mind, the computer is the same. That is a consciousness. Okay. Alright.
Okay.
So dream means your body die. Eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body die. But 7 consciousness, 8 consciousness working. So that means your experience means in your consciousness some have memory. That make dream.
So, but what if we dream something we never saw?
Never saw?
Never before see something.
Like a person, we dream of someone's face that we never before see.
Yes, but your some magazine or something already your consciousness saw that. You forget. In the magazine or movie, something you saw that. Never saw, never thinking, never appeared in the dream.
선생님, maybe before life?
Yeah, some before life also appear. Before life consciousness into something, sometimes appear that. But some picture, okay, face or a mountain or something, that this life. This is some experience, see something, hear something, taste something, then dream appear. Never see, never hear, never thinking, never appear.
Oh, we have some questions.
Some people have this, they see future in the dream. What is this? Where does this come from?
Your consciousness is this, if you have use this eyes, ears, nose, tongue, body, mind, then only present, okay, appear. But the consciousness sometimes back time, future time, perceive. So that future, something in the dream, not thinking, so that is appear. That maybe I dream something this. Maybe so future, somebody visit me, somebody happening. You think about that, then it's not happening. That means our consciousness, no hindrance time and space. Yeah, sleep, meditation, sleep. Then soon go to a home, then soon come back. My dream, they come back. Go someplace, they come back. So no hindrance time and space. So coming, going, future, past, coming, going, no hindrance. So sometimes in the dream, perceive future. So in the dream, so sometimes past, perceive past. That make a dream.
That's a question.
So, sir, where does imagination come from? This new idea, not in memory, but something new. Some new image, some new... some people make art and have ideas, so fantastic animal, or not in memory, no, not possible. Some maybe snake with many heads, or many feet.
That's also saying some kind of thinking into your consciousness, so this kind of happening. Never thinking, never saw, never this, that never appear. That's a dream.
Sometimes with LSD, then all these colors and all these shapes and forms appear. Where do they come from?
The LSD is beyond the time and space, okay? So, before life. Just go to a before life. Also future life. Also this, if you LSD, then lose your consciousness. Lose behind a consciousness. Not memory. That's between nine consciousness, a consciousness, between over there. That's, we say this color consciousness. Color consciousness. Color consciousness between nine consciousness, a consciousness. Head between. That many colors appear. Many light appear. Okay.
The question, what about creativity? Creativity, when you create something.
Oh, we are finish that, then we are question answer time, okay? Finish.
Yes, sir. Okay.
That take time.
Yeah. So, I have questions about it's about why I can't explain this without understanding it, and I didn't think to ask him before. Then after eighth consciousness, birth. So from this birth style, also place, as a result of storehouse consciousness contents, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So we take birth in one of these different ways. And then when we take birth, we can end up in these 6 different realms. So there's 6 different realms in the Buddhist cosmology. The one on the top is heaven. Then there's Asura realm, or heavenly gods realm. Then there's the realm of people. And then there's the realm of animals. Then there's the realm of demons or hungry ghosts. And then there's the hell realm. And there are different versions of each of these realms. Just like people, there are many different situations you can be a person. Some people are rich and some people are poor, or there are many different kinds of animals. Just so the same, there are many different kinds of hungry ghosts or demons. There are different kinds of hells. There are also different kinds of asuras, or heavenly gods, and different kinds of heavens. And we go to these different areas, and Seung Sahn said once that people, the realm of human beings, is the only realm that we can change our karma. That all of the other realms, whether they're basically the ones above people are more pleasurable, heavenly gods or heaven realms, that either the nice realms or the animals, demons, and hell realms, any of those, he said, are result births. As a result of all the things and events and actions and memories that we've all stored up in our 8th consciousness, then we take birth in one of these different realms. And this is samsara is usually talked about as a wheel, so that the typical sentient being will go around this wheel, and they might go up to the heavenly realms because they saved somebody's life, for example. So then they get a tremendously wonderful result. They go to heaven, but it's like a vacation. And at the end of that vacation, they've exhausted all of that energy, so to speak, that brought them to this wonderful place, and they haven't created any more beneficial energy because it's such a nice place, and that they forgot to. And then they go to the next place on this wheel. And there are these different numbers. Seung Sahn divided this into a kind of a scale to give us some idea of how this might happen. So people go from 0 to plus 10, and then you can see Asuras from plus 10 to plus 20, and the heavenly realm is plus 20 or above. And then animals are from -1 to -10, demons are from -11 to -12, and hell is below that. And then this first or this first? Either? So Seung Sahn written out some karma mathematics for us. A and B. So there's Mr. A and Mr. B. Okay? There's no resemblance to anyone in this room. Okay, Mr. A. So the top line of this mathematics is positive actions, or the first number, which is plus 10.
Good action.
Good deeds, good actions. Things that benefit other people, or benefit trees, or benefit everything. So let's say he did 10 good things. And then in this same lifetime, he received 5 good results. So karma is you make and you get. So he's making 10 good deeds, and he's getting 5 good results. And as De Sun Snim often says, cause and effect are very clear. So he's used up 5 of his 10 good deeds because he got those 5 good results already. So he ends up in the good results column with plus 5. He's got 5 good deeds in the bank, so to speak. And then on the negative side, he either yelled at his wife or stole some candy when he was a child. He did 5 bad things. Cheated on his income tax. Okay. He did 5 bad things anyway. And then, but then he received 3 bad results in this lifetime. So that's kind of he's getting what he made already. Instant karma, there was a song. So then his result is -2 bad things. So he's got 2 more demerits from those bad actions. And a bad action is simply something that inflicts suffering on somebody or something or some situation. So his end result, +5 -2, is 3. So if he started out as a human being, or let's say he starts out at 0 then, so his end result is +3, so he's a human being, but maybe he has to work at McDonald's.
Low class.
Not a lawyer or a high-class job or something. Then there's Mr. B. Mr. B did 15 good things, very busy. And he only received 5 good results in this lifetime. Then he has a store of 10 good result credits. He still has. And then, but Mr. B was a bad boy. He did 30 negative actions. And he only received 5 negative action results in this lifetime. So his total of negative actions is -25. And he only has 10 positive actions resulting from this lifetime of work. So his total for the results that he's going to receive is -15. So that means he would end up as a hungry ghost. Bad
so
news.
many bad action, but the result not so much.
So Seung Sahn did the math this way to show that sometimes we see people who obviously clearly are doing bad things, but they're not getting the result of these bad things in this lifetime. But in the next lifetime, or even the lifetime after that, they will inevitably receive the results of their actions. Remember in Mahayana I said that one of the insights is that everything is connected to everything else. So Mr. B had the idea that he was doing something to somebody or something that was not connected to him. But that lesson that he learns is that it is connected to him, so that his making the suffering inevitably comes back to him. And on the left we see results received in this lifetime, results received in the next lifetime, and results received in the life after next. So,
Karma.
that is karma. So there's a little more teaching about karma here. There's bodhisattva karma. So karma means cause and effect, you make, you get. So bodhisattva karma is bodhisattva action, we could say, if they're doing bodhisattva action. So they do bodhisattva action, then they receive complete compassion. So bodhisattva is very interesting. Bodhisattva action is very interesting, because if you met somebody and they were smart, they were very clever, then you told them, if you really want to get ahead, you should only do bodhisattva action. Only for yourself. If you only think about yourself, you'll only do things for all people. Because in doing things for all people, we get this complete compassion that we showed other people comes back to us. So good karma creates happiness. So not only for other people, but for ourselves. Bad karma creates suffering. Not only for others, but for ourselves. The accumulated karma is predispositions. And Seung Sahn often talks about Mr. Lim in Chicago, who has a daughter who's she may be fairly old by now. In college, maybe
not college.
But she was a child prodigy in art, music, poetry, all kinds of things when she was very, very young. And Seung Sahn said that was accumulated karma from her previous life, that she had already studied those things before, and so in this lifetime they already appeared without her having to go to school and be taught those things. Similarly, all of us here have going to Buddhist lecture karma. And that brings us to same karma and same action. So we all share karma. So we're not all individuals in this world. We all work in groups sometimes. So if we share the same karma, we do the same action, and then we would get the same result. And then over on the right-hand side, Sensing's written primary cause, then dependent origination, and then result. And he said before that we create our primary cause each moment. We're creating a primary cause. And that a dependent origination, which is something that we went through at the very beginning, is basically a process where different conditions maybe slightly change the texture of that karma, but lead inevitably to a result. And perhaps he'll speak some more about that if someone asks him. So below that, he's written a kind of a poem which says, everything appears through karma and disappears through karma. Then mind appears, then Dharma appears. Dharma appears, then form appears. Form appears, then suffering appears. Mind disappears, then Dharma disappears. Dharma disappears, then form disappears. Form disappears, then suffering disappears. All things are created by the mind. So perhaps he'll explain that a little bit more later. But basically, all things created by the mind can explain how all of these actions can lead to results without there being some kind of a God who's telling us all what to do and stuff. Everything is created by mind alone. So one thing he's also said is that if we return to our primary point, then we can take away our primary cause and change the result that we receive. But that if we don't return to our primary point, we can't take away our primary cause. And that this kind of play of karma just continues on in a cycle. So it's our job to take charge. Then the last page are the 6 paramitas. And just like in the Hinayana section, he ended with 3 different kinds of practice. Here are also practices. In paramita is usually, it's a Sanskrit word that's usually translated as perfections. And they're practices that lead to perfections. The first one is generosity. And Seung Sahn often said that we receive many, many things that we're not really even aware of usually. We receive a body, then the universe gives us air to breathe, and water to drink, food to eat. All of those things in themselves are free. There's just a carrying charge, he calls it. Somebody has to bring us the water and charge us for that. But that's all. The water itself is actually just here. It's free. We've received a tremendous amount of generosity from the universe. So what's our correct response to that? Is generosity back to the universe. Whether it's making sure that the air is as clean downwind as from where we live as it is upwind, or whether it's having responsibility to our teacher, or being generous to just other humans we meet along the way. The next paramita is precepts or conduct. So it's living in recognition of this law of karma, of we make and we get. So that's doing good things, not doing bad things. Then there's forbearance or patience, and samadhi or meditation. meditation is not moving mind, keeping just one-pointed mind, just one mind. And through cultivating generosity, precepts, and forbearance, so if we are living a right life and we're being generous and patient, then we can enter this realm of one mind. Because it's very easy at that point to not make something. Just let our mind rest one-pointedly. And if we stay at that point, we can practice the next point. We can use the next paramita, or practice, or energy. As we say here, try for 10,000 years non-stop. Continue in that way, then we end up with wisdom. Not moving mind and trying, then wisdom can appear, and everything can be reflected in our mind. So that's Mahayana Buddhism, or one description of it. And the 6 paramitas in the sutras, they say it takes 3 eons of cultivating these perfections in order to become a Buddha. And like I said, an eon is well over 100,000 years. So that's why Zen masters appeared, to shorten that time. Thank you very much. So please, everybody, ask questions.
Thank you very much. Good teaching. Okay. Everybody have questions that the Hinayana Buddhism take time.
Mahayana.
But Mahayana Buddhism. So maybe 3 hours necessary, but only 1 hour very difficult. But everybody smart, no problem. Okay. Thank you.
Yes, I would like to know how far back we started accumulating karma. Was it still while we were fully developed human beings? Could it have been in the time of the apes, when we were reptiles, when we were still fish, before the universe began? When did we first start accumulating karma?
When I start. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. If you ask when start, then that's a problem option. Raising hand. Raise your hand.
Please raise your hand.
Hit the floor. Wrong. Stop that. Begin that. Begin that point.
But now you're talking irrationally. You've switched. You've given a whole very rational build-up to how karma is accumulated, what its effects are, and I want to continue that, and I want to know more about it on a rational basis.
He says this Mahayana is thinking teaching, so he wants more thinking teaching.
Yeah. So thinking comes from where? Thinking comes from where?
Oh, but I want an answer to my question.
That name is we say time, okay? You ask time. When begin? Yeah? When human beings began, okay?
Begin make karma.
Begin karma. You ask that.
Yes.
So, when human beings karma began, okay? So, that means the human beings karma is like talk about this. I cannot read that. Human beings karma that.
This right here? All compound things. All compounded things are like a dream, a phantom, a bubble, or a reflection. They are like dew or lightning. Thus should you view them.
Understand?
I do.
Oh yeah, that. So you was hit the floor. Correct. Same as that. So great. I already talked about time and space. time and space. You make time, you have time. You don't make time, you have no time.
But when you're talking about karma, you are talking about time. You are making time. You said an action in the past has an effect on our present life. And what we do in our present life has an effect on our future life. So you made time.
I ask you, yesterday, tomorrow, how different? Yesterday, that's a beautiful, before karma doesn't matter. Yesterday and tomorrow, how different? Your life, yesterday and tomorrow, how different?
I don't know what you're asking.
Yeah, you already passed yesterday, yeah? Yesterday. You have yesterday?
Mm-hmm.
Tomorrow. You have tomorrow, yeah?
Not yet.
Not yet, but have tomorrow. So how different? Yesterday and tomorrow, how different? You don't know that. So that is past, present, future. It's like a dream, not exist. Not exist.
So you're saying karma is like a dream?
Yes, everything is a dream. We already talk about that. We talk about that. Dream. Yeah. Only talking dream is cannot get anything. We have only moment. This moment. We have this moment. This moment is very important. That's not dream.
I understand. So in the karma dream, how far back?
So, your past karma is like that point. Same as this. Okay? So that means wake up. Means wake up.
Well, then, wouldn't it have been better to say that instead of all this talk about karma?
I say to you,
thing, right?
I say to you, put it all down. Okay?
Good enough, thank you.
Yeah. So there's already talk, all Mahayana Buddhism, everything talk. Past, present, future are dream. Okay? So long time ago, I have one story, okay? Long time ago, Zen Master, here, number one Sutra Master. Only he 10 years, only read Diamond Sutra. Read Diamond Sutra, all understand Diamond Sutra. Close eyes, only Diamond Sutra, all are pure. So, 10 years teaching around in China, Diamond Sutra. But one day here, some Southeast in China area, they not read the sutra, not study Buddhism, anything, only sitting, meditation. They got enlightenment to become Buddha. That's crazy. So here, very angry minded. I want to go south. I hated it. Wake up, necessary. So he carried Diamond Sutra, walking, then the south. One day, very hungry, lunchtime. So I take lunch. So look at this street and small restaurant over there. Then go over there in. Then please give me some lunch. Then that the owner is an old woman. Oh, come in my house, my restaurant. Thank you very much. Oh, you are great monk. What kind of carrying the bag? It's a Sunim. What kind? Oh, that is the Diamond Sutra inside. I am Diamond Sutra Master. Then the old woman said, oh, that's wonderful. Then I ask something. In Diamond Sutra, no problem. Any kind of ask me. If you could answer, lunch is free. If you could not answer, I not give to you lunch. Then this Zen Master shout up. Shut up! in Diamond Sutra Master, 10 years, okay? Any kind of ask me. Oh, no problem, I ask you. In Diamond Sutra said, past mind cannot get enlightenment, present mind cannot get enlightenment, future mind cannot get enlightenment. What kind of mind do you have to take lunch? Don't there. In that sutra, not there, have no lunch story. But in the sutra have past mind cannot get enlightenment, present mind cannot get enlightenment, future mind cannot get enlightenment. What kind of mind do you have to take lunch? Stop. You don't understand that point. Then in a red color, then white color, then finally dark color. Okay. Then, oh, this area is some famous Zen master, of course. If you go to south 20 miles, 2 miles over there have big temple, Yongdam Zen master over there. Oh, thank you very much. No more eat this lunch, already stomach full, mind full, so stomach full, you know. Angle mind, don't understand my big question, angle mind, so he carrying this Diamond Sutra, then go to south of that big temple up here. Then visit the Zen master, talking. Almost midnight. Zen master only, yes sir. Then Zen master talked to him, oh, almost midnight, you must go to sleep. Oh, thank you very much. Then open the door. Outside very dark. Cannot find the room, cannot find the road. Oh, master, outside very dark, I cannot find the road. Okay, I give the light. Then candlelight, give it to him. He want to take this candlelight. That time, drop. Then that time, got enlightenment. Then become Zen master, famous Daksan Zen master. Famous here, any kind of question only hit Zen master. So, past mind cannot get enlightenment, present mind cannot get enlightenment, future mind cannot get enlightenment. What kind of mind do you have now? Not bad. Keep this mind. No problem. Question is not necessary. Okay, more questions? Almost time. Okay.
I have questions. So we are Zen students. So how are we using this Mahayana teaching? How does this Mahayana style teaching, Mahayana never talk about this head. But all this Mahayana teaching in Compass of Zen, how is this helping us?
If you're not teaching Mahayana Buddhism, many are attached to name and form, other people.
Yes, sir.
Many are like, I like this, I don't like this, I did this, my way that, your way that, then fighting each other, that, okay? They many attach name and form.
Yes, sir.
So, if you want to take away attach name and form, Mahayana is the number one important.
Yes, sir.
Okay? Cry boy can be very important. If you have no candy, cannot stop cry. Cannot stop cry, okay? Candy very important.
Also, same question for Hinayana Buddhism.
Yeah, Hinayana Buddhism also. Hinayana Buddhism, not all same mind. Sometimes Hinayana mind have, sometimes Mahayana mind have. Okay? Some people like this Mahayana Buddhism, some people like Hinayana Buddhism. So, many kind of candy, okay? Big candy, small candy, cookie, any kind. Necessary, okay.
Regarding the same question, in page 1, say that the religion of Buddhism is Hinayana Buddhism, Zen Buddhism. It's not that this is like a tree, that Zen Buddhism came from both Hinayana and Mahayana. Mahayana came from Hinayana. Hinayana came from the Buddha. In other words, it's not that all of them are interrelated through time in the development.
His question is, this Buddha teaching Hinayana Buddhism, then Mahayana Buddhism appear, then Zen Buddhism appear? 1, 2, 3, 4? Is that correct?
Yes, that's correct. The first teaching is Mahayana Buddhism. But Mahayana Buddhism, first time teaching Mahayana Buddhism, Huayan Sutra, first time, here Huayan Sutra, but nobody understands, very difficult, don't know. So he don't understand, nobody understands, it's very difficult to understand this. So he all come down, begin Hinayana Buddhism. So, no eyes, ears, no tongue, body, mind. But eyes, ears, tongue, body, mind is sensation. That is not, that comes from where? Non-sub. Slow teaching. Then teaching emptiness. Teaching emptiness, then past teaching emptiness, then teaching truth. Then teaching truth, then compassion mind appears. Only Bodhisattva way. So, slow teaching. Buddha. 49 years. So, firstly, Hinayana Buddhism. Next, Mahayana Buddhism. Teaching. First is a very high class teaching, but nobody understands. So, come down to Hinayana Buddhism. Then everybody understands. Okay? Some more questions? Alright.
On page 14, where the eight consciousness goes to moisture and transformation, I don't understand what that means.
What?
Moisture and transformation?
Yeah, in the four births.
Four births.
Four births.
Page 14.
What kind don't understand?
This one? He said this one, this, and this not understand. What means?
Oh, yes. Yeah, somebody died, then become demon. Because demon has no form. Okay? That is a deed.
Transformation. That's birth by transformation.
The next day somebody died, then cannot become human being, cannot animal, some this wet area, some animal appear, yeah? Animal. That's this type.
Bacteria or amoeba.
Bacteria, that type.
Virus. Oh, so transformation is birth with no form.
Yeah.
Right. It's like somebody dies and becomes a demon.
And moisture is birth like a reptile or fish?
Like bacteria.
Bacteria. So that is a kind of get body.
A different way to get body?
Different way. Get body. Get form.
Here, why animals become human beings or animals become demons? They can't create karma.
Your answer is good.
Before
what's that?
He say, can an animal make karma?
Can
make
an
good
animal
karma, bad karma?
Good karma become a human being, make bad karma become a demon?
So what?
He asked
It's
what
possible?
animal make karma possible.
Bad karma. Your animal also make karma. Sometimes good animal, sometimes bad animal. Sometimes same cat, same cat, but some very good cat, or sometimes not so good cat. Also dogs, same dog, but not so much barking. It's a cat. Then sit, then very barking cat. Bad cat, good cat, good dog, bad dog have also.
Okay.
So I was incorrect when I said that. Yeah.
Where is your true self?
No dream, no thought.
Yeah, no dream, no thinking. That's a complete 100% sleep time. Where's your consciousness? That point. That time completely turned to nature. Completely turned to nature time. Your consciousness disappeared already. Now walking. Now walking means have no dream, have no thinking. Okay? Clear? That's a very important point, okay? You strong practicing, somebody asks you, complete sleep time, no thinking, no dream. That time, where's your true self? Long time ago, Zen Master stop. All understand Kwan. 1,600 Kwan, all understand. But his teacher asked him, complete sleep time, no dream, no consciousness. That time, where's your true self? Stop. So, cannot sleep, don't understand. Complete nothing that time. Where's my consciousness? Don't understand. So every day, strong practicing, don't know, still don't know. Past 60 years, one day, traveling Dharma friend, Dharma's brother, Jong-hyung, Dharma brother Jong-hyung, he already got enlightenment, all understand. Here, only sleep, go to motel, hotel, then she just sleep, but she cannot sleep, don't understand. Complete time, no dream, no consciousness. Where's my truth? Don't understand. Only meditation. Almost midnight, still clear. Front of me, very clear. Floor is yellow, the ceiling is white, very clear. But complete time, this consciousness, where to go? Don't understand. But that time, his friend, Jong-hyung, Dharma friend, he sleep. Then turning body. That time, parallel sleep. The head hit the floor. Boom. That time, got the enlightenment. Don't understand. No dream, no thinking time. Where's my consciousness? Boom. I think something. That's the point. Okay? You must attain no dream, no thinking. That time, where's your consciousness? Don't know. That is important. That time, not necessarily Buddha, not necessarily God, okay? God not necessary. Buddha also not necessary. Buddha cannot help you, God also cannot help you. If you're thinking, Buddha help you, God help you. Okay, I hope today too much take time. Tomorrow we are Zen Buddhism, okay? Zen Buddhism interesting, not so much complicated. Today, very complicated. It's a Mahayana Buddhism, very complicated. So thank you very much. Hard training, okay? Also, thank you very much everybody hard training today. Tomorrow, very simple, okay? Zen Buddhism. I hope today everybody go good dream and find no dream, no thinking time. Where is my consciousness? Everybody attain that point. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Zen Sunim, for your wonderful Dharma, and thank you, David, and thank you all for coming. And we'll collect the books, and we have to do that, and we have 3 more lectures, and we'll have refreshments, we'll have tea downstairs, and